Alright, so spring is finally here, which means two things. One, the weather is a lot better, and two, I can finally get out of my danky ass living room and start making videos outside for a change. I was tired of making videos in there, and I know you guys were sure as hell tired of watching them. People were trying to roast my background in some of the comment sections of the videos. I still love y'all though, it's all love. But like I said, spring is also a time for new beginnings, learning something new, becoming a better person, just revitalizing yourself in general and getting ready for summer. And so over the past couple weeks, I was thinking, what can I do that could really revitalize myself, something new, something that's a change from what I've been doing for the past couple months. And that's when I came to a conclusion. And that conclusion was to try learning a new language. Now, for those of you who don't know, I love learning languages. I love traveling. We do a lot of traveling on this channel. We're gonna be doing a lot more in the coming months. So I'm gonna be heading to Cuba, Japan, Indonesia, back to Europe, a whole bunch of places, and I'm gonna bring you guys all along with me. But with that being said, part of the reason I love traveling so much and I love going to different countries is because I've just always been enamored with learning about different cultures and learning different languages. I actually speak 6 languages, and I'm learning a 7th, which I'm gonna get to in a minute. It's just something really that nothing can come close to when you really learn how to communicate with a person. Nelson Mandela once said that when you speak to a man in a language he understands, you speak to his brain. But when you speak to a man in his native language, you speak to his heart. And that's something that I've always kept with me, and whenever I go to a different country, I love learning about their culture, their history, and learning the language, because it really shows people that you're willing to go that extra mile and actually not be a typical American tourist or a typical British tourist or wherever you're from, and you actually care about the place that you're visiting. It means a lot, and people will actually treat you differently, believe it or not. And the language that I started learning is Japanese. I'm a big otaku. I'm huge into anime and manga. If you check my Instagram story, most of my posts on there are related to anime. And Japan is a place that I've just always wanted to visit ever since I was a little kid. So I thought it would be a cool idea, with it being springtime, a time of revitalization and learning new things and just evolving, which I think is a natural process during springtime, that I started learning Japanese. Now, I mentioned it earlier in the video, but I am going to be heading to Japan pretty soon, later on in the year, and my goal is to, by the time I get to Japan, be at least conversational level with Japanese, which is a pretty hefty task because Japanese for English speakers is one of the hardest languages to learn, just because of how the language is set up. It's a different subject verb order, all these different grammatical points. But my goal is to, by the time I get there, at least be able to have moderate conversations with people and be understood. One of the things I hate most about traveling is going a place and then like there's all these loud Americans speaking English just signaling, hey, I'm American, come rob me or come harass me, you know, something like that. So I always try to at least know some basic things in the language, so at least I don't stand out too much. Now, looking the way I do, no matter what type of language I speak in Japan, I'm going to stick out. That's just how it is, because it's a pretty homogenous society and country. But still, just being able to go up to people and speak Japanese and see the look on their face when they're surprised, I'm so excited for that. And so now I'm going to issue a challenge to all of you guys. It's springtime, it's a time for new beginnings, revitalization, and just improving yourself overall. I challenge you guys to get out, do something, whether it's learning a new language, whether it's doing something with a camera, photography, videography, your YouTube channel, working out at a gym. Just set some goals and reach them this spring. No matter if you fall short or you don't quite get there, at least you got out and tried, and you'll still be all the better for it. Now, one of the most common questions that I get asked, both on my YouTube channel as well as on my Instagram, which, by the way, if you're not following, what are you doing? I'll link it down below. Follow me on Instagram. Is how I'm able to afford to travel so much and go to so many different countries in such a short amount of time. It's actually not as difficult as it seems. It just requires a bit of flexibility with your schedule and your dates that you're able to travel. And I'm going to be making a video all about that. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have that notification bell clicked so you know as soon as I upload that. It's going to be coming pretty soon, so you don't want to miss out. Also, if you're not already following me on social media, all that's down below linked so you know when I'm uploading, when I'm not uploading because something came up, all that good stuff. We just broke 1,100 subscribers, so thank you guys so much for everyone who's been with me since day one. I'm really appreciative and grateful. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys on my next video.